Hi, everybody. Savor the flavor, Christmas around the world, and it's a full house tonight, afternoon, and morning in some parts of the world. It's a great pleasure to be part of this fantastic extravaganza, if I might call it, that Azlin and Chef have organized for us today.
Cool. Thank you for that, Chef. Hi, folks. I'm Azlin Bloor from AZ Entertainment. Chef Dennis is over there in Florida. Welcome to, as Nazim said, Savor the Flavor Around the World. Now, we've got a whole lot of friends joining us today. Let me see. We've got Susan, Serra. Susan, where in the U.S. are you?
Hi, I'm in the New York area, and we have a tremendous nor'easter storm happening right now.
Check out that fire, folks. And then we've got Phil and Sue from
Cornwall.
Yes,
far
west of
yeah,
Cornwall.
Far west of Cornwall. It's it's cold and quite stormy here as well.
Yeah, hanging off a cliff we are.
Yeah, 7 o'clock it is.
And we go back to the US. We've got Maggie joining us as well. Hi, Maggie.
Hi, everyone.
Cool. And
I'm
then
in Coronado. 70
yeah,
degrees. Beautiful.
off San Diego. Always warm, right?
Almost always, yes.
Yeah.
Maggie's on the left coast.
And we've got Lisa Watson from France as well. Hi, Lisa.
Hi there. It's dark, so I can't tell you what the weather's like.
And of course, we have Chef Dennis.
Hi, and it's sunny and 60 degrees in Florida today. It's a little chilly.
It's a little chilly. Right, I'm going to go back to Nazim because Nazim is going to introduce our special friends from Brazil today. Go on, Nazim.
Exactly. We have in the house first-time Google Plus people. I mean, we did a practice over the weekend. They got it in 2 seconds, and they're happy to join us. Alessandra Sposetti and Claudio Brandão in Rio de Janeiro. I love to say that. Can I say that again? Rio de Janeiro. And they're friends of ours that we've known for years. Claudio is an architect, used to work in Milan, Italy. Then he got fed up and said, this place is too cold. I'm going back to where the real stuff is. And he dragged with him his wife from Macerata, Italy, and Alessandra Sposetti, for the last almost 7-8 years, has been teaching Brazilians how to cook Italian food in her house. They come over, they watch her a whole series of menus and processes that she goes through, and then in the evening they have a fantastic dinner with Italian wines and dishes, and I think it's a very, very great concept. It's not unique in the sense that we know a lot of people do this, but in Brazil, it must be quite interesting, and later we'll ask a couple of questions about how it goes. We are going to have them on Casa Chiesi on the 19th of this December, in the sense that we're going to also go for a whole show with them about what they tend to do. And my better half is on a train because she had to go to work. She got called up for work, so she said, whatever you do, don't mess up the panettone.
Well, there you go. Uh-oh. Famous last words.
At least it's not been recorded.
No pressure.
Nazim, tell us. So you tell us. How are you going to do this? How are you going to share the Italian Christmas festive thing with your friends?
Let me talk about a little bit what we do for Christmas. Being in Milan, it's traditional to have the panettone. Now, most of you people know also what panettone is, but a lot of people watching the show might not know really what panettone is all about. It is a traditional Christmas dessert that has its origins going back to the Roman Empire, and the derivation of the word panettone tends to be a word that comes from a expression that comes from Milan, in the sense that it was the sweet for a luxury crowd. It was supposed to be very exclusive, and with the passing of time, obviously, and the industrialization of this dessert, it has become a common thing in Milan, in the rest of Italy, and obviously exported to the rest of the world. So panettone is a and for those who don't know what it's all about, panettone is basically it's kind of like a sweet sourdough with candied fruits inside, and there's also variations on the theme with chocolate and other things like that, which I'm not too keen on. I mean, you know, the perfectionists say the real panettone should not be like that. It is usually baked inside, as you can see, this panettone here has around it kind of like a wax paper to give it its height for it to, when they put it in the oven, and it creates the height. And then they hang it upside down as they're, you know, when it goes through the production portion of the event, making a panettone. And I tend to like it. The problem with the panettone is that there is a competition for something else. And I'm going to go on to, can I go on to the next thing?
Well, let's go on to the competition in a bit. I want to go over to Alessandra, and I'd like her to tell us a little bit about what is it like celebrating Christmas in Brazil as an Italian.
Bello.
You can do it in Italian if you want, and Nazim or Lisa can translate.
Yes, ok. La prima volta, il primo Natale che ho passato qui è stato per me scioccante.
The first Christmas that I spent here was a hell of a shock.
Perché c'era Babbo Natale vestito, infagottato, con quel cappotto pesante, rosso, la barba, la parrucca, il cappello, e accanto le ragazze in bikini.
Basically, because at the time when I arrived, there was a Santa Claus was dressed up with the whole, you know, Christmas gear, and then, but looking at the Santa Claus going around with bikini girls in the background was kind of weird.
Oh no! I bet you would have loved to have seen that, the Nazim.
That's a different ballgame. I don't want to get in trouble because my wife is probably watching the show on the train as she's going somewhere.
So how do you celebrate Christmas now? Is it a combination of Brazilian and Italian cultures?
Noi andiamo a Brasilia, a casa della mamma e del babbo di Claudio, e mangiamo cibi brasiliani che sono il bacalà.
Yep.
Okay, so basically what she does, she's saying that they go down to Brasilia, which is the capital of Brazil, from where Claudio is born and where the mother and father-in-law are, and they typically eat codfish.
Yeah, bacalà.
Bacalà è tipico natalizio in Brasile.
Yeah.
Sì.
And do you slip in a little panettone? Riesci a mettere un panettone sul tavolo?
Sì, sì. E tacchino anche. Turkey.
Oh, turkey. Okay, they also have turkey.
Roast turkey.
Roast turkey, which is very American, and also it's typical also of England in the Sunday roast from what I remember.
Okay.
Poi ci sono vari contorni, c'è farofa che è la farina di manioca.
Okay. Yes, there's they have side dishes, and also they have the faroca, which is the grain from un tubercolo, right?
Yucca.
What's that?
It's kind of like comes from the potato family, if I'm not mistaken, or something similar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yes, kind of.
And what do you drink? What do you drink with this for Christmas?
Ah, adesso vino.
Vino.
Si beve vino, sì, tutti bevono vino adesso.
Italian wine or Brazilian wine?
Spumante.
Ah, spumante.
Yes.
Spumante. Prosecco? Prosecco?
Prosecco, sì.
Okay.
Brazilian Prosecco or Italian Prosecco?
Argentinian.
Argentina?
Yes,
Argentinian Prosecco. Okay.
Brazilian panettone, industrial panettone, is very good.
What? What did you just say? The Brazilian panettone is better than the Italian panettone?
Better than the Milanese panettone, for sure.
Oh dear. So Lisa, to you, which is the best panettone then? Who
Well,
makes
the one from Turin, of course.
Oh, I'm leaving
I will
the
show
hangout.
you.
I'm walking out on this hangout.
But it was developed.
I've had enough.
Yeah, I like a comment Maggie just made. Maggie, go on. What did you just write down in the comment stream? Tell us.
I said, why choose between Brazilian wine and Italian wine? Drink both.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And for those of you complaining about panettone, mine comes from Walmart, so let's not even...
Oh, don't say that!
Can I just insert here? I've never had panettone.
Oh, well,
What? Oh, shame on you.
There we go. Let's go see what Lisa's showing us. What's that?
Okay, so what I'm going to show you is the Turin version. They're only Milan and Turin are only an hour apart, but they're bitter rivals in many things, including panettone. So the Turinese one, you see, I don't know if you can hang on. I don't know if you can see the top very well. It has a sugar crust with almonds and big bits of sugar on it, and it has the fruit in the middle, just like the Milan one, but it's not as tall. And it's really, really good. And we go through a lot of them from now until we can't buy them anymore.
Wow.
They're really good. And I will take one of those over a Milanese panettone any day.
Those are fighting words. I don't know if I'm going to be able to stay on this hangout. I'm walking.
I'm going to quickly go to Susan, actually. Susan, we recently saw you in Scandinavia on Chef's Show, didn't we? Have you had, so you've got an international taste, as it were. Have you had panettone before?
No, I have not, but I do have Little Italy just about 30 miles away from me, so I'm kind of wondering, maybe they have different types there. Maybe I need to take a trip.
Yeah, definitely. Chef?
Susan, there's only one type, and it's from Milan.
Okay, fine. Okay. We'll see.
Right, let's go on over to Phil and Sue. Have you guys had panettone?
Yes, we did a few years ago. You don't seem to remember it, do you?
I don't remember it. Sorry, Nazim. I'm sure it's from Milan. It was from Milan, wasn't it?
Definitely.
It wasn't from a supermarket, was it? It was from Milan.
The Astons are coming over to Milan for Christmas. That's my assumption.
Now, talk to us, because we've got a few comments from the audience. Talk to us about the 7 fishes thing. Who wants to do it? Nazim, Lisa, Alessandra, you guys fight over it. Who wants to talk about it?
The seven what?
Fishes?
What?
Seafood, your seafood meal, 7 fish?
No, we don't.
Oh my goodness.
Well, let me tell you. Let me speak to that. That's kind of an American thing.
Okay, here we go. Chef Dennis,
Yeah, go for it, Chef.
Coming from Philadelphia, I mean, that's what we really did from the Philadelphia area. It was the Feast of the 7 Fishes, and it has history going back to the different reasons why there was 7 and all this. But the idea was to serve 7 kinds of seafood at your Christmas Eve dinner or Christmas dinner or somewhere in between. And you just want to have everything from like smelts to crab meat to clams, mussels, scallops. So you just want to get 7 in there. And a lot of Christmas dinners are based on that in the area. And it's really very traditional for Italian Americans. Everybody always knows about the 7, and it's always the 7 fishes. It's kind of like you sleep with the fishes. It's the 7 fishes.
It's an American thing. Wow.
No, well, yeah, it is too. It is. It's become. The chef is right. It's been translated over to there, but it is the famous Christmas dinner del magro, where you have the fish. But I've never come across the 7 fishes.
Because usually, I don't know, my Italian family, they have fish on Christmas Eve.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then they have
risotto
and agnolotti on Christmas Day.
But do you have 7 fishes? I don't think you have the 7 variations.
Usually a Christmas Eve dinner.
Okay.
Okay. Alessandra, is that something you're familiar with? 7 fish?
Alessandra, conosce la tradizione del 7 pesci per Natale? O il pesce? No.
No? Okay, interesting. Oh, I've learned something today. I always assumed it was Italian. Okay.
We don't have that, do we?
No, 7 fish fingers on a sandwich, maybe.
Once Christmas appears in Cornwall, it's turkey, pigs in blankets.
Yes, and it's wonderful too, isn't it?
It's lovely. Yes. It's the best.
We're here to talk about British food.
Yeah.
It's the best.
Turkey and all the trimmings.
Absolutely.
I love British food.
Nothing better. Listen, I'm going to head on over to Susan, unless Chef's got anything else. Let's head on over to Susan.
I'm having fun. This is quite a party we have here with all these.
Absolutely.
Bellissimo, bellissimo.
While her fire is still going, let's have Susan's going to share with us some Christmas table settings. So take it
Yes. Okay. Now, I'm happy to do that. Now, what I have for you today is inspiration. I don't have actual holiday. I don't have a big collection of holiday, but we can improvise and we can imagine, and I'll talk you through it. So, screen share. Here we go. Okay. Okay, here we go. So we're all going to end up with a table like this, correct? Now, I'm sure.
Wow.
No, I mean, flowers everywhere, the best crystal, the best china. I mean, in reality, this is my holiday table where, you know, there's a few little flowers, a few little, you know, pieces, and that's okay. I'm going to show you every different kind, from simple to elaborate, so don't be nervous. It's whatever we do together, we do.
Oh, wait, is this elaborate at the moment?
Yeah.
I hope so.
It's not simple.
Now, color is great. You know, bring in color wherever you want. Here I paired the, this is some roses from my garden that I paired with glasses. Now, what I like to do is I like to, even in the winter months, you know, Christmas time, go out in the backyard, get some greens, put them in vases, and you'll be surprised how beautiful they are. Here are table settings. You have little objects here. You know, why not? Just put them here. It's very cozy. You have a little sofa around here. Now, here I want to show you, what do we have here? We have a plywood table cut to size, cut to 60 inches. And then you have a tablecloth on it, and then you have a beautiful, beautiful table set. Who knows? Who cares? There's plywood underneath. Make whatever size table you would like. Here, this is an example of, here in the back, there are actual tree branches from the garden. String them with lights. Put on Christmas bulbs. Put on any type of ornaments, and you know, it's disposable. Keep it. I kept this. This is my part of my house. I kept it on for months. So these types of things, they're easy, they're simple, it's about nature, it's about creativity. Would you like a fireplace and you don't? Here's a faux fireplace I made. We got a mantle, and then we put tile in it, and voila, there's a faux fireplace. So here is the look, and you can imagine it with reds and golds and greens, and just, you know, fill it up and add the decorations and bring in something from the outdoors. Here's a garden bench from the outdoors. Here, I see this quite a bit. Notice the tablecloth that is just kind of flush on top of the table. So you have a rustic table, you have a brocade, formal sort of tablecloth, and then you have beautiful color. So, and oversized. I love oversized decorative items, just beautiful. For a buffet, you have tall items, you have short, you have simple plates so that the food can take center stage and shine. And you know, when you have glasses, they're just so beautiful all grouped together. And I love, we often see these runners that go across the table, and they're just lovely. Again, we have color on a bare table, why not? You know what I love here? I see a lot of simple placemats without the tablecloths, but colorful placemats, and you can get them anywhere, and it's a beautiful look. Here, of course, formal as you can get, but the secret is that china, such as this or otherwise, you know, you can get them in a very fancy pattern, but you can get them in places that are very, very inexpensive, your department stores, and no one knows, you know, how much or little you paid for it when you set a beautiful table. I got away with that for years. Texture, anything, just putting it on the table. Gold for New Year's, gold for Christmas, you know, exotic pieces, just, you know, play with it. Sparkles, again, you know, sparkly tablecloth with gold. I mean, you know, just do it. Here we have, how about a slinky? How about slinkies? You know, these toys on the table, on the plates. Why not something fun? Again, this is a Ralph Lauren room. Texture, texture, texture. just whatever you can think of. This is a table again without a tablecloth. It's stone. It's tables right on the table. Plates right on the table. Again, a contrast. Here we have a simple placemat with a contrast, and beautiful. Here's one, again, placemats on a wood table. I'm not sure if you're seeing this. I'm seeing chef, but maybe you're seeing it.
Yep,
okay. And here's a simple wood table, and look at how they have the placemats, half on the table, half off. Simple, and this is with Royal Copenhagen, very fine china, large centerpieces. Just play with it. Flowers in mason jars. Again, oversized pieces on the table, which you might remove once the food is served. And these are actually Christmas plates, the blue plates. They're Christmas plates from Royal Copenhagen, and normally they hang on the wall, but why not put them on the table? And a few other, again, large centerpieces, but with rustic tables, and just really beautiful. It's very comfortable. And look at this lamp. Now, isn't that interesting? Bright color, different chairs, beautiful china, simple chairs. Now now we're getting toward the end. This is my table. I just moved into my home a few weeks ago. I didn't have an iron, so you'll see many wrinkles. But I will tell you, I set the table, and then what happened is my 5-year-old granddaughter came by, and then she said, okay, she's going to set the table. So here's what she did. And excuse the blur, she put the wine glass on the dish, accompanied with the fork and the spoon. We had a napkin here, and then we had a triangle napkin here. How adorable is that? So she brought over a bunch of drawings, which we then put around the room, and then back of chairs. You know what? Let your children or other children, help and put their personality on it. It is delightful, absolutely delightful. Bring them in on it, and gold, gold, gold touches, and there we go.
Wow. Thank you, Susan. Wow.
You're welcome.
Great presentation. I like the kids getting involved in the setting of the table. That's a great idea.
Yeah, I don't think I let anyone get a word in edgewise. I was on a roll.
No, the kids love to get involved in these sort of things, and you gave them. That's a great idea. Great.
And when they do things like, I was shocked. The glass on the plate.
It worked.
Great. It's different. It's unique. Everyone sat down. Wow. It's so, and they want to be involved.
I know what Maggie's taking away from that. What do you take away from
Totally. Are you kidding me? I want my son to decorate now. Yeah, Susan, you're brilliant, by the way.
Oh, I thought you meant because the wine was on the plate.
Yeah, me too.
That too.
Actually, I picked up on her comment that said slinkies, so that was it.
Brilliant.
We've got some comments here, actually. Everybody loves it. Here's one from Mia Voss. Hi, Mia. She says she loves the full fireplace idea. And we've got another one, Adriano Amaral from Quebec. He says they have a tortilla du lac Saint-Jean in Quebec. Anybody familiar with that?
No, but it sounds excellent.
A meat pie with different types of meats and stuff. Right. Wait, let's take a drink break, shall we?
Yeah!
Maggie Unzueta, what have you got for us?
Well, hearing panettone, you have to understand, I've never had it before, and fish and everything. I thought, okay, what am I going to bring to you guys? Well, I'm going to bring something from California. Because California just rocks with our food and our wine. But we get a lot of influences from, obviously, Mexico, just being so close to Mexico. So originally I was going to make some champurrado or some ponche, which is just traditional Mexican drinks. And then I started thinking about buñuelos, which I made one, and that was the first error that I did. And if you don't know what buñuelo is, I'm going to have to do that to you. It's just fried dough with sugar and cinnamon. And then I started thinking about pairing this with wine as opposed to champurrado and ponche, which are usually served hot. And I mean, it's 70 degrees outside. Why drink something hot? So I'm going to wine. Pinot Noir. is something that would probably go across the board with almost everything that's here. You know, it will go sweet. You could definitely go with a dessert with it. You could go with fishy. It's because it's middle of the road. It's not too strong red. Usually it's on the sweeter side. So something that's just kind of blends with everything. So I'm just that's my take for things. Pinot Noir, middle of the road. It, you know, pleases everybody.
Cool.
Yeah.
No, I think you might have just disappointed our Nazim here. Nazim, you're looking for the Venezuelan cocktail.
What happened with the Venezuela? I got promised a Venezuelan cocktail tonight.
Venezuela. I don't know any Venezuelan cocktails. I was originally going to do Porto, which is a Mexican cocktail.
Megan's going to make a Venezuelan cocktail, and I'm like, okay, I'm game for that.
Okay, let's put it this way. One of us was drinking when Maggie and I had that conversation.
This was not me for a change.
Right. I tell you what, since we opened up with the Italian, we will close later on with the Italian, and we're going to go for a little musical interlude. But before we do that, I just want to go back to Brazil because, you know, hang out newbies. We don't want them feeling lonely. What did you think of Susan's table setting?
Oh, they're really nice. We also, here in our home, we usually call our kids to make something. And it's funny because I usually put the how do you say, the tovagliolo? How do you say, Nazim?
Not tablecloth. No, not tablecloth, napkin. Sorry.
Sometimes on the dishes, like your kids did.
Okay, like a hat or something. They stand it up like a hat.
Yeah.
How many kids have you got?
We have two.
2 kids. Okay, how old are they?
A girl who's 10 years old and a boy 7 years old.
Okay, excellent, great.
You know, another idea that I love is to have children make something to put on the plate, or a drawing, or a simple drawing. Make something to put on every person's plate.
Yes.
And I think it's so charming.
As a gift perhaps as well.
So charming.
Okay, cool. We're gonna go over to Phil and Sue now, guys. What before you entertain us? How do you celebrate Christmas?
Lots of wine.
It's basically
My type of people.
basically me in the kitchen, isn't it? Panicking.
It's turkey. We have something called pigs in blankets, which is sausage wrapped up in bacon.
It's not actual big animals.
No, they're not. No, they're not pigs in blankets.
No, they're chipolata sausages.
And we have honey glazed parsnips and stuff. Things that just, it is traditional stuff.
Yorkshire puddings, which is a bit of a no-no because it should be with roast beef,
but it goes well with turkey.
Care.
I love Yorkshire puddings with any food.
Yes.
And we have that wonderful UK cake Stollen, don't we?
Oh, Stollen.
Yeah, we love that.
German, I think.
German, yeah.
But it's here.
But it's here, so we've decided it's Cornish.
One homemade one might be making its way to Lisa Watson. Righty ho! Tell us about what you're going to play for us today.
Well, I'm going to play The Homecoming, which is a piece of music I wrote a few years ago, and it's had 1 million views on YouTube. And it's kind of got a Christmassy feel to it because it's all to do with going on a long journey, either a physical journey or a personal journey of some kind that's quite difficult, and just finally getting home to your loved ones, your family, and that sense of peace and relaxation that you get when you get home.
Excellent.
Okay.
Right, so Sue's got to get into position, and I have to get down on my knees.
To produce.
No comments, please.
We've got children watching.
Yeah, there are children watching. That's not the name of the song. So, so change it over to studio settings, and everything should be fine.
Right.
Okay.
All right, we'll just mute ourselves for those of you guys.
Okay.
Molto bello, as they say in Italy.
Very beautiful.
That was amazing. Chef, I've been hogging the show. I'll let you say some words for a change, Chef.
Oh, sounds good. That was just wonderful. Thank you so much, Sue. And Phil, I'm glad she got you down on your knees. It's good that she.
All good things happen, don't they?
Was it just the second time ever he got down on his knees?
This is true.
Yeah, well, absolutely. Yeah.
That gives him first-hand knowledge of the rock buns. Then that's okay.
No, Chef.
Excellent. That was fabulous. Was it, Lisa? Was it your first time listening to Sue?
Oh yes, it was amazing. My gosh, you're so talented.
Oh, thank you.
She does a concert, HOA, a hangout concert. How often, Sue? Once every?
It's about every 4 to 6 weeks, something like that.
Yeah, so send Lisa an invite next time. I'm sure
It's a great show, and I would love to do kudos also to the rest of the family who are not present, but the son is also an amazing talent.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, thanks, Nazim. That's very
really
kind of you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm going to go back to Nazim in a while to go back to the Italian connection, but I just wanted to say that there are lots of, everyone loves Susan, what Susan showed us just now. Susan, lots of, well done, Susan, looks pretty, you're great, you're charming, so.
Oh, me?
Yes, you.
Oh my goodness! I'm happy to share. I'm happy to share.
I just wanted to say that, and then now it's everyone obviously is saying every time Sue plays, everybody falls in love. So
yeah.
There we go. We're gonna go back to Nazim. Go on, Nazim. Take it.
I would like to bring Lisa back into the fold here, because I would like to know, because I've commented with Lisa. I know she's the Kiwi down under. But how did you guys end up in Australia? I'm always curious about this.
She is, I think she could be from Lisa. It could be from Lisa at the moment. So her blog is called The Italian Kiwi.
Yeah, I know. I've seen it. It's very nice.
Yeah, so she's from New Zealand, and then she married an Italian, and she now lives in France. So.
Okay, so she's right across the pond. I mean, she's right across the border here.
She lives in Côte d'Azur, which is, so she actually goes up to Italy to shop fairly frequently. So until she comes back, why don't you take over and tell us about Pandoro?
I'm going to talk about Pandoro. So, the problem with panettone is
that... There is no problem with panettone.
Wait a second, there is a problem. Kids hate panettone.
Why?
The children don't like panettone because it's got the can, the fruit, those little can, and they're like, oh, this is disgusting, this stuff. Give me something serious. So, in Verona, the land of an alternative, comes Pandoro, which also goes back to the Renaissance time, but it's typical of Verona, and it is similar to panettone, but I'm going to, Lisa's, I'm going to
Watch out.
I know. I'm talking about Pandoro, and what happens with Pandoro is basically it is star-shaped as opposed to the...
Yeah, put the glass away, please, before you tip that wine all over.
I know. We've done this in the past. Thank you. That's a very good piece of advice. But what basically happens is you get sold the Pandoro. Kids love the Pandoro because there is a little magical thing that happens with the Pandoro, which I'm going to recreate right now, as quickly as I can. It is inside a plastic container, right? It's inside a plastic bag. You open the plastic bag, and it comes with zucchero de decorazione.
Icing sugar.
Yeah.
Yes. So what you do is, and my wife said, whatever you do, the cleaning lady was just in the house. Don't mess. I'll try my best to keep it inside the plastic container.
I don't think you're back in Miami with that white powder.
Oh.
I am pouring it inside the Pandoro. Okay? So basically, this is what happens. And then you close it and you shake it.
Sometimes the plastic bags just tip off and then it's a mess.
What are you saying, Claudio? You don't have Pandoro anymore. Do you miss it?
Yes. No, I remember when the plastic bag is just rips off and.
I know. What typically happens is the plastic bag opens up and you got sugar all over the place.
Oh.
People looking at it. But in this case, no. So what happens after that is you have this lovely sourdough kind of sweet cake, which is covered in sugar, which kids love. You cut it up into pieces. You can also put mascarpone on it, but that,
Yes.
that's to another level. But
There
the
you
kids
go.
are happy. They're like, I want the pandoro. Don't give me that fruity stuff with the pandoro.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, we always have both, and the kids eat the pandoro, and all the adults eat the panettone, except for my sister-in-law. But
So
Another
that's
story.
typical. And then pandoro comes from Verona, panettone, and its variations comes from the north of Italy. I'm not
my family always. Oh, sorry, I was just going to say my family always dips it in prosecco.
In prosecco. Okay.
Yeah, which I don't like doing that. I like drinking it with, but not like actually.
Yeah, I like it with the mascarpone sauce on top.
Okay. That must be quite good. The creaminess with the
Yeah,
pandoro.
I'm not gonna have it because I still have to have dinner. If I have this before dinner, it's kind of like bizarre.
And quite often it's, sorry, chef, you were going to say something?
No, I'm saying we have, well, I don't have it anymore because now I'm gluten-free, but up to this year we always celebrated Christmas morning with panettone, and I would slice it and toast it with butter.
And then dip it in coffee.
No, well, actually, yeah, you could. But
Oh, you
sounds
have
good.
to.
cappuccinos, and that was typically, I ordered when I got a gluten-free one from Italy, and I thought I was ordering a full-size panettone, and it came in and it was about the size of a baseball. So
That's what happens when you go with the gluten option.
Oh no, we've actually got a friend, Lisa and I on G Plus, who makes gluten-free panettone.
As tasty as the real version? I'm curious about that.
I don't know, probably not.
Let's go back let me ask quickly to close off the Italian side. Claudio and Ale, do you guys prefer pan de oro or panettone?
Pandoro.
Oh!
Claudio, you too?
Claudio?
Panettone. I like the
Yeah.
fruit.
He likes the dry fruit. Okay.
Brazil is it's a great tradition of also panettone, since we have many Italians immigrants, and it's normal to see a panettone on Christmas table.
Ah.
They make a chocolate version for the kids.
Not that nice though, the chocolate version, is it?
I like the
It's
tradition.
okay.
Chocolate.
Not only chocolate, also
Mandarini.
yes, here
They
we
invent everything.
change
In Brazil, it sounds like they mess it up. They put pineapple, papaya, mango inside the panettone.
Well,
That's what you're telling me.
as long as you still play football the right way, who cares, right, Claudio? So
No, but you know what?
Like in the Super Bowl?
That means that you can't come back to Italy. That's it.
And we also have a very famous sweet here that's made of bread, milk, and sugar. You fry the old bread with, you dip it in milk, sweet milk, and eggs, I think, and then you fry it and put some sugar and cinnamon over it.
Churros.
Is it a Christmas dish?
Yeah, comes from Portugal and maybe Spain, I don't think.
What is it called out of curiosity?
Churros.
Rabanada.
Rabanada.
Maggie, you got something similar, no?
Yeah. Well, it smells just so good right now. But it's fried dough in butter. So, it's not like, it's like a tortilla almost. It's so thin, but it's not like a bread. So, but that sounds just about the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Susan, what are you going to do this Christmas? How are you celebrating Christmas?
Oh, I'll probably make a lasagna.
Eccolo qua.
I'll probably do that.
Lasagna.
But you know, my heritage is Scandinavian, is Danish, and what we usually do is, I don't know if you've ever heard of how it's pronounced in Danish, is æbleskewer. Æbleskewer. It's this pan with these like 6 or 8 holes in them. and like half holes, half circles, and then you put dough in them. And again, what Maggie said, you fry them in butter, and they're these round, perfectly round, gorgeous things, dough. And then you can put in chocolate. Usually you put in preserves, and then you take them out and you put powdered sugar on it.
Yum.
And they are delectable, and it's a tradition. I remember my grandmother, we had a big family, and in Denmark she just kept, frying and frying, and she's over the hot stove for like hours, so everyone can have their apple skewer. So.
We're gonna round the hangout up, but I'm just gonna ask Chef Dennis. I've got a question for everybody, but I'm gonna ask Chef Dennis if he's got anything to say. Oh, we've got something going on, haven't we, Chef? Some sort of noise. Anyway, have you got anything
going on? You're right. Well, of course, Friday I have Good Day Google Plus, and Saturday I'm going to a Christmas boat parade in Fort Lauderdale.
Ooh.
Yeah, so they're putting me up in an apartment on the water, and I'm gonna see how it comes out, filming it at night, and we'll do a little interview with the hotel. So it's on the road with Chef Dennis. That's
wow, cool. That'll be good. And that's on Saturday?
That's Saturday, yeah. So it'll be 7 o'clock my time, so that's like midnight your time. So that'll be
okay. So we'll have to do it I'll have to watch a replay. Okay, I'm gonna ask everybody a question before we sign off. Chef, favorite Christmas dessert?
Favorite Christmas dessert is tiramisu.
Ah, interesting. Any particular reason, or that's it?
Because I love tiramisu, and I usually don't get to make it because if I make big sizes of pans of it. If I make it, I will eat the whole thing. So I can only make it when I know we have people coming over.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
And again, because it reminds me of we spent our one Christmas together in Rome and traveled up to the Veneto, and that just reminds me of that. And I would always make it for Christmas, just like having the panettone for breakfast. It was a reminder of our trips.
Okay, yeah.
You're due back for a trip in Italy, my friend.
We're looking at it in March.
Oh, nice. Alessandra and Claudio, favorite Christmas dessert?
In my Italian cooking class, I will teach a dessert that was an ancient peasant dessert. In the past, it was made from snow and grape syrup, naturally grape syrup, that is called sapa. Instead of snow, I use ice cream, pure di latte cream, that is milk and cream ice cream, with sapa that I have just made now because it lasts some hours. It takes some hours, and it is a reduction of grape juice.
Okay.
But in our real Christmas, I will do what will do?
Tiramisu, maybe.
I don't know.
Claudio, right? You take over. What's your favorite?
It's panettone. Because you have once a year, and I wait for this month. I love the taste.
Yes. Okay.
Also with butter in the morning, it's a great suggestion, chef.
real butter, no low-fat nonsense and stuff.
None of that earth balance stuff.
Yeah, none of that. Lisa, what's
in Brazil, I think they have the real butter. I don't think you get variations on the feed.
Lisa, what's your favorite Christmas pudding?
Well, actually, I have to say I have two because I grew up with summer Christmas in New Zealand, and now I'm in winter Christmas. I spend all my time in winter Christmas in Europe. Okay, my favorite dessert in Italy is prosecco. Can you believe it? Can you count it as a dessert? I don't know. But I
All
like
right, then.
some panettone. My favorite Christmas dessert in New Zealand is vanilla ice cream with strawberries while sitting on the beach.
Okay, that's very good. All right, background included for free. Why not? Right, we'll come back to Nazim. We'll come back to Nazim last. Susan, what's your favorite dessert? Christmas.
Oh,
Christmas,
well,
Christmas
I make a whiskey cake that has many spices in it, a variety of spices, and then there's this wonderful glaze, again, a whiskey sugar kind of glaze over it, and it is so moist, and it's, you know, I've made that for years and years, so whiskey cake it is for me.
Sounds heavenly. Sue and Phil, what's your favorite Christmas dessert?
Well, yours is going to be Christmas pudding, isn't it? But,
No.
Isn't it? Oh,
No.
I thought that because I know usually we've eaten
force
so much.
ourselves
We're
to
so
eat
full. I usually have just chocolate Brazil nuts and a glass of Merlot, don't I?
Sue, for you?
I quite fancy a trifle because it's nice and light.
And it's Christmassy, and
Yeah, but I quite hanker for an Arctic roll.
Oh.
You know that sponge with the ice cream in the middle? The
How
1970s retro pudding.
I like Christmas pudding. It's my favorite.
With custard.
Always got space for Christmas pudding after dinner.
Everything with custard.
Yes.
Unless it's Brazil nuts. Which actually would probably work,
Probably be
wouldn't
really
it? Yeah, probably
nice.
very nice. We'll try that with another glass of
Let
Merlot.
us know. Let us know. Yeah, tell
Watch
us.
his face.
Now, there is one other very special, and I forgot about a Christmas dessert, especially coming from the Philadelphia area, and it's the cannoli. You know, it's like,
Oh, yeah.
you go and
Oh,
take
yeah.
the cannoli.
Chef,
Yeah.
I've been on G Plus for about 2 years, and do you know what I think of you? I think cannoli.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, because of your posts, and you talk about it, and you post about it, it's true. For as long as I can remember, the first post of yours was cannoli, definitely.
Cannoli.
Yeah. Maggie, favorite Christmas dessert?
This has to be it. The buñuelos, these are buñuelos. Yeah, this has to be it. But it varies between regions because I only make it with cinnamon and sugar. Some people put honey on top of it, which is just great. It just makes it a little soggy for me, so I don't like this. But they also, Mexico, they make sweet tamales. Oh, those are so good. Those are so good. I've seen the strawberry kind. Well, they put like little jam inside it. Oh,
Cool.
Yeah.
That sounds good. Nazim, before I come to you, I'm just going to bring up a few comments about favorite puddings, okay? Michelle Price, my favorite Christmas dessert is homemade banana pudding. Sounds good. Michael Thomas says where is he? Yeah, my aunt makes a peanut butter graham cracker crust pie. Okay? I suppose you Americans know what that is, do you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
oh my God, yeah.
Butter pie with chocolate.
Ah. And Elena says my favorite dessert is chocolate Father Christmas. Why not?
That sounds good. With custard.
We've got to have enough chocolate to dip him in, though.
Custard. Nazim, I'm going to ask you for your Christmas dessert, and if you can take us out of the show, please.
Okay. Well, I go along with the chef. I think for me it's tiramisu, and I would like to add also mascarpone, a nice big bowl of mascarpone, which goes along the traditions of the Christmas pudding, you know, and all those sort of things that you find whenever.
Plain mascarpone or zabaione?
Zabaione also, the variation on the theme. You're right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All righty. Cool.
And, but I'm not a sweets person. It's very funny because my wife always complains. She says, "You're not really a sweets person, but once in a blue in Christmas, I go and the tiramisu, you know." But I can't have like, if you know, chef. I mean, as much as the chef has the Mexican background, but I think he's a little frustrated. He's a frustrated Italian.
Yes, I agree. Yeah, I agree. Take the bacon out, and yes, he's a
Yeah,
frustrated
exactly.
Italian.
The bacon. But you know, you have your prosciutto di Parma, which is, you know, you can do a whole show just on that.
Pancetta.
Oh, pancetta. Jeff, when you come over here, man, we're gonna have so much fun.
Pizza.
Yes.
We have to do pizza.
Yeah, we'll have to do pizza. Right, Nazim, if you want to thank everybody and take us out.
Yes, I want to thank everybody. If anybody else has any other things to mention in the next couple of weeks that prior to Christmas, there's going to be some more shows every Tuesday, folks, please keep aware of what Azlin and the chef are doing. Every Tuesday, there's going to be something quite interesting from around the world. I think today's show was phenomenal in the fact that we really covered all continents and all areas. And in Casa Chiesi, I'm going to have Alessandra and Claudio on the 19th. We're gonna go into detail with questions and answers of what she does over there and how she adapted to living as an Italian in Rio de Janeiro. I like the way I say that, Rio de Janeiro.
All right. How many glasses, Nazim? Right.
No, that's it.
Say good night, Nazim. Say good night, Nazim.
And that's it. Say good night to everybody. Goodbye to everybody, and thank you for watching and engaging. And even for those who are watching on the replay, please enjoy it.
Thank you.
Ciao.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.